Tell me, do you want the world and everything in it? What kind of girl are you? Or are you being for real when you tell all your friends the real love will do? I don't have much money, but I don't subscribe to the notion every woman has a price. I don't have much game.
Welcome to Mike's Variety Hour. How'd you like that music? That's music that's danced by Chicago Steppers all over the nation. This week, tuning in to Mike's Variety Hour, as I said, we have different shows. We're going to have entertainment this evening with the local Chicago Steppin group, Love Steppin. Very good people, expert dancers. Tune in, tell your friends if they're not listening to dial in, tune in to channel 95 on Comcast, 36 on Verizon, because you don't want to miss this. We're going to have some good talk, tell you how you could get involved, and you can see a live demonstration of Chicago Steppin. It's really good. I've done it myself, going out to some of the events, and we have a good time. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest this evening from Love Steppin and Guests. Would you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Melissa with Love Steppin.
I'm Jack Stepper with Love Steppin.
Chandra Satchel with Steppin In The Tide.
And Dwayne Hayes with Love Steppin, right here in Richmond.
Okay, well, that's great. You know, we have some questions. Remember, tune in to dial in 915-5202. So, Melissa, how'd you get started? I know you have some questions you want to inform the audience.
Yes,
How you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Doing pretty
Doing well,
good, doing
doing
pretty
well.
good. I definitely have some questions that I want to ask the group of experienced dancers here. I'm sure our viewing audience will want to know the answers to these questions, certainly because Chicago Style Steppin is just such a beautiful dance, and we are interested in making sure that people out here know that it's available and who they can contact to actually get things rolling on their own. So I'm going to throw a few questions out, and anybody feel free to answer. The first question I'm sure that's on everyone's mind is, what is Chicago Style Steppin?
Well, Melissa, Chicago Style Steppin is an urban ballroom dance. It's a partner dance. It is done to soulful music. It's a swing dance.
Okay. And do we know where the dance originated?
Chicago.
What time period in the
Right.
U.S. did it come about?
Late 60s, early 70s.
Okay. All right. And when did you start stepping?
2007, 2008, I fell in love with it, but I grew up around it. I'm actually from Chicago, so my parents and my friends' parents did it every weekend. You can step every night of the week in Chicago at a local neighborhood bar.
All right. And I'll pose that same question to the gentleman on the panel. When did you guys start stepping?
I started stepping 2011 and didn't know what I was looking at, but I knew I wanted to be a part of it. And I've been having a great time ever since. One of the things I love most about it is the music, the people, and the social aspect. It's just a lot of great people getting together and just to have good, clean, wholesome fun, which seems to be a rarity at this time in our society.
What about you, Dwayne?
Yeah, I started stepping in 2009, I want to say. 2009, 2010, around in that same time frame. That's when I met Jax in 2010. I just started out, then I ran into him. And prior to that, I actually met Chandra from out of the Tidewater area. She helped me along, encouraged me to keep at it, and been going ever since.
And I'm going to answer that question as well. I started stepping in 2012. end of.
Yeah.
And I'll just tell a little bit of my story. I'm just because it's been such a blessing to me to find the dance. I just remember saying I wanted to dance, but I didn't or couldn't envision what that dance was. And so I was introduced to Chicago Style Steppin by Jack Steppin himself. And I'll just say that it has been a whirlwind ever since. And I definitely love the Steppin community. And I also love the people on this panel.
We love you too, Mary.
Thank you. How long did it take you to learn how to step?
For me, it took me a good 2 years to really feel like I had not necessarily mastered it, but become really comfortable with it.
And what about you guys?
I'm still learning. I can get out there and have a great time, and my partners are having a good time as well. But I'm still learning. Every time I think I've hit a nice place, I'm comfortable there for a few minutes, and then I'm constantly on the grow, because there's so many different aspects to learn about this dance.
Yeah, actually, it took me probably when I say 2 or 3 years, that's not dancing every day. That's probably dancing 1 hour a week or 2 hours a week. So it took a while. And fortunately, I was able, again, I'll refer to Shonda, fortunately, I was able to go down to her area and actually get some instruction from people down there who already knew how to do the dance. And then we were able to bring it back to Richmond. And like Jack said, I'm still learning also. And I'm getting more and more comfortable with dancing. And it also is a great confidence builder, because as men, we actually get to lead in the dance. We lead, guys, and the ladies follow us, okay?
For 3 minutes, we have to obey.
And it's not necessarily a struggle. We'll say that. All right.
Let me ask a question that you mentioned. Is that a challenge at times in terms of who leads the dance?
Well, when you're an instructor, it's kind of hard for me to let my instructor paddle down and just be a lady in the dance. But no, once you feel like the gentleman that you're dancing with has taken charge of the dance, then you just let him have it.
And one more question. Compared to, like, if you go out to a club, venue today, they just get out and, do their thing. How do you compare that experience to, the partner dancing when you have the the interlude between, the man asks the lady to dance, and you have that interaction, compared to if you just go out to a club and everybody, and just jumping around? What do you think?
Well, I think we, in this dance, we get a wonderful opportunity to actually interact with our fellow man and fellow woman in a positive atmosphere and in a positive way. Chicago Steppin is very structured. It's a great deal of etiquette. Mm-hmm. So we don't yell across the room, "Hey, can I get this dance?" The men actually walk over to the lady, extend our hand and ask for the dance, and ask the young lady for a dance, and then lead her to the dance floor. And on the dance floor, it's you and that person having a wonderful connection versus, a wonderful appropriate connection, which is different than just a lot of club dancing where it's unstructured, it's just having a great time and interacting. But I know a lot of people are looking for something just a less complicated, more structured, mm-hmm. enjoyable surrounding.
Okay.
There's a lot of respect in stepping. The gentleman respects a lady when he actually comes to her and asks her to dance, and she respects him back by giving him that dance. And it's just, that is something that is lost today. That is an art. Respect is an art, etiquette is an art, behaving like a lady and a gentleman is a lost art, and stepping provides you come on back home to that.
Okay. For those of you that are tuning in, you're watching Mike's Variety Hour. You can call in 915-5202. Our guests this evening, locally we have members from Love Steppin and Steppin's group. Chandra, what's your group again in Tidewater?
Stepping in the Tide.
Steppin In The Tide. So we're gonna have some demonstrations and some more talk about the dance, but call in 915-5202. Hey guys, appreciate if you could put the number up on the screen. Call in 915-5202. Find out how you could become part of the Steppin scene in Richmond. And after seeing them dance, you'll want to participate. Hey, we got a caller. Caller, how you doing?
Hey, I'm enjoying you all. We used to, back in the day, man, when I came up, we used to they call it stepping now, we call it hand dancing. And it was a respect. We'd walk up to a girl, and we was clean, sharp, and you walk up and the girl was classy, and you just dance with each other, twirl. That is an encouragement to see, a lot of young people doing that, because the respect is gone. I mean, the stepping bringing that's good to see that. Because you had to be, back when I came up, you had to be sharp, clean, and sisters were sharp. You wouldn't, you had, it was a courtesy. Would you like to dance? That is gone now, but to see that's coming back, that's an encouragement.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and it's positive.
But it's good to see y'all keep that up. Maybe y'all a lot younger than me.
Thank you.
Okay, I like that.
We appreciate that.
It's good to see some young people got some class and some gentlemen, and y'all looking good.
Yeah, maybe we can get you to come out one day, because we're asking.
Yeah. I ain't forgot how to do it.
Okay.
I'm 62, but I still know what to do.
Yeah, you're right in there. You fit
Come
right
on
in.
out. Well, I think that's actually a great segue into the next question. My question was going to be, what's the difference between hand dancing and stepping?
Well, I'd have to say, excuse me, I lost my mic, that hand dancing is an East Coast thing. It's done in D.C. and Maryland area all the way down here in Virginia. But it's more dance to a disco beat, a faster beat of music. And it's a freer dance, I'd have to say, but it's not as structured as stepping is, but we dance to an 8 count. It is also a swing dance, but we have a different basic, so it just looks a lot different.
Yeah, so I definitely remember swing dancing. That's something that I learned from my mother and father when I was as a child. And that's, like I said, that's out of Virginia, something that we practice. And back then, growing up, there was this club they used to go to, and you wouldn't believe it, down in Dinwiddie County. When I used to go visit my grandmother on Fridays or Saturdays. Friday or Saturdays on the weekend, stay with them, and a big joy for me at the age of like 11 or 12 was going to this club to swing dance. With the older kids, because of my uncles and aunts. They're at that time they're in their early 20s. Here I am hanging out with them swing dancing, and then with my parents. So that was fun. And so when I found stepping, it sort of brought that joy back. And now I'm trying to teach it to my son and my grandkids. And see how far that goes. Yeah.
Okay.
So you mentioned that there's a difference, in the local. They're going to show us?
Sure.
Sounds
happy
good.
to.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
All right, so first up we have Chandra and her escort, Quentin. If I can get him in.
If we can get Quentin.
Yeah. And see, Quentin, he came in here stepper sharp. This is how we dress up when we go out. We like you said, we put it on.
I just want to ask a question.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for the music to play, I think I'd like to ask a quick question. When you say steppers sharp, Dwayne, what does that mean?
Look at him.
All right.
Well, no, that's right. You said, like the gentleman alluded to, where you come in, you dress up, you get to put on your nice suit, your pretty shoes, gaiters, and things like that, tie, and you just look. For us guys, we just look fantastic. We're out there, we're looking suave. We just are. I mean, we're on point. And I think, that's one of the times where you really get to dress up and really enjoy yourself. Right, versus just going to the club doing two-step. Now you got to worry about somebody stepping on your gaiters, spilling a drink on you, and all that type of stuff. We don't have to deal with it.
Right. It's very reminiscent of back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s where men wore suits on a regular basis, going to school. All their activities, they were pretty much in a suit, or at least a shirt and tie. Now, Steppin Sharp in our community, Steppin community, also means a lot of custom suits, a lot of custom tailored outfits, but they're all sharp. It's something that you really need to come out and see. I think you'll definitely enjoy it.
And I know from the ladies' perspective, there are just so few opportunities, in my opinion, to really dress up and to really showcase your femininity and to be able to be appreciated in a respectful manner, but to really show out, wearing the nice shoes. And I say shoes because that's our Chandra Satchel's nickname in the Steppin community, shoes. And if you come out, you'll get an opportunity to see why. But it's an opportunity for us to really just dress up and to enjoy an evening out with great friends. And it sounds like we have our music, so we're going to go ahead and allow our steppers to show you what it's all about.
Can we start?
You don't recognize it, but I tell you no lie. You're the reason why my life is turned right. Every day I'm thankful. Times I don't show you. The world would be incomplete if I didn't know. Who would I be if I didn't know? If I didn't know you.
Every time you kiss me, you make me remember that sunny fall day at the end of September. Boy, I can't imagine, no, what would I do if I didn't know you? I love you, babe. My heart would be broken. I don't want to think about it. No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
All right.
Well, just in case you can't tell why we love this dance, I'm going to pose that question to the members of the panel. So, panel, why do you love this dance?
Okay. Right. I like to dance, and one of the aspects of it was the dressing up part, being able to put on your suit, and then the other is I think the politeness of the dance and the etiquette that it brings out. So at this point, you get to actually practice, walking over and saying, may I have this dance, and put your hand out to actually lead a lady to the dance floor and actually lead her back to her seat. And then it's one of those things, when you're going to dance, believe me, you get to dance. You get to dance all night if you really want to. So it's fun for me. And to be able to travel, some places in Virginia I hadn't gone in a while, and then I'm going to stepper sets all over Virginia, and not just on the East Coast, but West Coast, Midwest, and places like that. So for me to travel, to meeting the people, being able to dress up and just have fun.
The first time that I saw stepping in a big scale, I saw a room just full of beautiful people dressed to the nines, dancing to music that I grew up listening to, and I got caught up in the wave and I never looked back.
One of the aspects I love is men get to be men, women get to be women. Oftentimes, nowadays, most women are in leadership positions, which is a fantastic thing. But leading at work, oftentimes leading at home, well, when you come out stepping, ladies, you actually get to take a vacation. All you have to do is look good and follow. Now, it is tough learning to follow, because a lot of strong women, it's tough at first. It's also tough for us men leading a strong woman. But once you get the basic down and start really getting a better feel for the dance, it's just a wonderful vacation for the ladies, and it's a wonderful opportunity for us men to lead a strong woman in a positive light.
Well, I think I love the dance because of the community of steppers, and I think that's probably been touched on by everyone, but the people that I've had an opportunity to meet throughout my stepping journey, as short as it has just been phenomenal. And so I really just love the people, because everyone in the community is so kind, so accepting. People are very interested in seeing your growth in the dance. There is nothing like being in a room full of dancers and seeing people from the most experienced to the least experienced looking in awe out at the dancers on the floor and really appreciating the talent that they see and the growth that I think that they've seen people, experience throughout their journey. So that's why I love stepping.
You're right about that sense of community. The people that I learned to step with in 2007, 2008 are the same people I'm still stepping with, and they're family to me. And I just love them.
Okay, well, that's great. Enjoyed that demonstration. Hey, you're watching Mike's Variety Hour. This evening we have guests from the Chicago Steppin community here in Virginia. Locally we have Love Steppin and Tidewater, Chandra.
Steppin In The Tide.
Steppin In The Tide. So, we've enjoyed that demonstration. Can you tell, I know you can't do all the dancing, can you tell the audience where they can see some more stepping, such on the internet, so they could get a, maybe after the show to go on there and get a better, get another look and to see some more action?
Well, you can go to YouTube and just type in Chicago Style Steppin, and a plethora of videos will show up. You can, any day of the week, you can see Steppin online, and on Facebook, if you type in Chicago Style Steppin on Facebook, there are lots of stepping groups from all over the country that have pages and videos and things like that.
Okay. Do your two groups have Facebook pages?
We do. Ours is Love Steppin.
Mine's Steppin In The Tide.
Okay, if they're going to find you on Facebook, what do you have to type in?
Steppin In The Tide.
As in Tidewater.
Yes, as in Tidewater.
What I would like to point out is when you go on YouTube and you type in Chicago Style Steppin or Chicago Steppin, you're going to have a lot of videos that are competitions. As interesting and wonderful as a lot of those are, that's really not how we dance socially. These people are dancing, they're competitive, they're dancing for money in contests, which is great. I choose not to compete at this time, maybe sometime in the future, but they're competing. I just urge you to look at the videos to where they're at an event and they're just having a great time. It's not competition, there's no numbers on their back. And you'll see a wide variety of styles, but you'll see everyone having a great time.
Okay, callers, call in 915-5202. Become part of the discussion about Chicago Steppin. Feel free to call in, ask any question about local membership, where they meet, how you can get involved, how you can come out to regional events all around the state and the surrounding states. So give a call in, 915-5202. So if I wanted to start, I've actually been out to a couple of the events, and I got a lot of improvements to do, but show up once in a while. If somebody wants to come out and get involved and start learning about the dance, where would they go?
Here in Richmond, you can go to the Richmond City website, under Recreation and Parks, and under Dance, and type in Chicago Steppin, and they will find where they can take classes at.
And in Tidewater, I teach in the city of Hampton, and I teach for the city of Hampton Parks and Recs also. And if you go on their website and just type in Chicago Style Steppin or Steppin In The Tide, and all of that information will come up too. But all of it is also on our Facebook page at Steppin In The Tide.
Okay. Are there any local meetup groups? I know like some of the other dance styles, they have meetup groups where you just come out and take a look.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Okay.
But yeah, we used to go out every Thursday or Friday, but again, if you go to the website and actually we are on Meetup, Love Steppin. We also have a Meetup group. Mm-hmm. It's I think it's called I'm sorry, the name's escaping me, but I think it's Virginia Steppers or something like that. If you go there, people will list the events that they're having, and also on Facebook, if it's any local dances or events or meetups going on, you'll find it out there on the Facebook pages. Okay.
In Tidewater, Hampton Roads, I'm also a part of another group, VASEF, and we have a second Friday Steppers Roundup. So every second Friday of the month, we meet at the Broadway in Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, and we get our dance on.
Now that's an acronym for?
Virginia Steppers Education Fund.
Okay, and that sounds like fundraising, and is that just for local at the Tidewater that donations would fund education, or where?
What we do, we are a nonprofit, and all the monies that we raise from Stepper sets or Steppers events, we use to support our local community. Sickle cell anemia is one of the groups that hold a special place in our hearts that we like to give to, but it's also more about teaching children. Our hearts are wanting to teach children and teenagers the art of dance and the art of dancing with etiquette. So we are looking for groups who might want to have some instructions for some after school groups who just want something for their children to learn how to do, and that's what we're into. So contact us if that's something you'd like.
And speaking of children, we really encourage a lot of adults to come out and get involved with this dance because it'll add quality to their life, as well as something for them to not only have on a personal level, but also larger than a personal level. They can share this dance with their mate. They can also share it with their children. Oftentimes our children just don't have anything to do that's wholesome out there. One of the few things is bowling. Skating, but skating has kind of gotten a little stressful with all the things going on around the skating rinks. And dance is very basic. Once you learn the basic steps, is yours forever. It's just something to build on. And I think I had my parents dance when I was young. Dwayne was speaking about the same. Most of our parents danced when they were young. Well, I think that'd be something great we can bring back, just to add quality to the community and the households.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds like having, positive impact on a community, and understand what you're saying in terms of the etiquette with the young people. That they need that. My niece had a Sweet 16 party a couple years ago, and I'm no prude, but their dancing seemed like the young ladies were just giving the guys a lap dance. There was not any type of, like you spoke, earlier. When dance, you have romance, no semblance of that. How do you, in terms of what's appropriate, and conducting yourself, and as you progress and mature. So I think that's, what you guys are doing is a good thing.
I would agree with that. I think that is one of the things that I'd like to see happen over the next year or two, is that it just becomes people become more aware that this type of dance opportunity exists. I think if people were more aware that we were out here and that this type of dance existed, that they'd recognize that there is an alternative to the type of dancing that you were talking about. Had I not been introduced to the dance by this gentleman to my left, I don't know where I would have heard or would have been able to read any information about it. So I think that's really something that I'd like to see happen a bit more for this particular dance, is that people become more aware because of efforts like this and other efforts to get the word out there that this is here, this is an alternative to the type of dancing that you were talking about.
And let's face it, it's easy to go to a club and do the two-step. We can do that all night, not much effort to get someone to dance with you, except for maybe that long walk, over to the other side and maybe get rejected. Right? That's all part of that. But with this, you still, it is some skill involved. But once you learn the basics, you're able to bring your own suave into the dance. You're able to put those moves that you've been doing with your two-step into stepping, so you kind of develop your own style. And I think that's the reason that I really like stepping. One of the reasons I like is that you can bring your own style into the dance. I mean, you can go as far with it as you want. Like Jack was saying, if you want to, you can go as far as competing, competitions. Or, you can just go out and have fun, keep it very basic for yourself. And ladies, you do get exercise with this dance. I've heard ladies tell me that. So they come out, they want to shed a few pounds, so they come out to learn how to step.
Absolutely, and I definitely think it's a confidence builder. If you're a shy person but you want to be social, you don't have to talk, you just have to move your feet. And once you start moving your feet and you get comfortable with that, then you open up a little bit and you meet more people, become more open with people. And as a woman, to me, there's nothing better than a confident man. And you can go to the club and you can do the two-step, but if you can do something more than that and you come and ask me to dance, you got me.
Hey, call us 915-5202. Give a call in to join the discussion and find out more about Chicago Steppin. So you talked about the style, and so you're going to give us another demonstration how you put your own style in there?
Sure.
Okay. You'll get set up. It sound like we got another caller, but maybe not. Yeah, so
Okay, this
Audience?
is normally how you do it, guys. Yeah. You see the lady sitting over there. You start from over here, make your way over. Actually, may I have this day?
Hey, we have a call?
Okay, we get to him later.
Yes. Caller, how you doing? Welcome to Mike's Variety Hour, a guest from the Steppin community, Chicago Steppin.
Good evening, good evening.
Yeah.
I'm just tuning in, so I'm not sure if you guys mentioned anywhere that you can participate in lessons or any events coming up soon.
Yeah, they did mention, Jackson, you tell us about locally, the Love Steppin group, where you meet at?
If you're going to
City of Richmond.
yeah,
Go on. Yeah, if you go onto the City of Richmond website under Parks and Recreation, and type in the keyword field, type in Chicago Steppin, and it'll bring up classes. And one thing with the classes that's offered for every adult that takes the class, you bring a child with you, or a young adult, 18, 17 or younger, and and they get to participate with you. Okay?
for free.
For free, exactly, for free. So that's in the Richmond area. Now, if you happen to be in Tidewater,
Well, I teach on Thursdays at the Hampton Performing Arts Center. It is from 7 to 8:30. And so I teach there a 6-week class, and after 6 weeks, you ought to be able to do the basic step.
yeah. And we're trying to work on something in Richmond to where we can actually go out and have dances again. We used to go out on Thursday and Wednesday nights, but the place we frequented no longer are open. So we're trying to find a new place to go. And if you know of a place that want us to come out and demonstrate the Chicago Steppin, definitely contact us. I don't know if we have our contact number up there, or either just go to the website, lovesteppin.org, and send us some information. Okay, thanks.
Okay, well, we're going to take a look at some more fine dancing demonstrated by Melissa and Dwayne. We'll get the music up in a second. Thanks for joining in, Mike's Variety Hour. Again, guests this evening, we have members of the Chicago Steppin Richmond VA and Tidewater. Here we have another demonstration.
If I should lose everything I own, my riches and my home, would you still love me? If I had to live out in the streets, had to beg for what I eat, would you still care? If I suddenly decided just to give life up, would you come for me and tell me not to fear? That regardless of what happens, I can rest assured that you'll be there for me to wipe away my tears. If I ever said I love you, if I care for me, if I say to you, look out, the sky is falling, would you run for cover just on what I've said? If I told you that my love for you was boiling, would the words go through your heart straight to your head? 'Cause I've never loved anyone more than I love you right now. I don't know what tomorrow brings, ain't got a clue. I should die before I wake. I pray the Lord my soul he takes, and I thank him for the times I spend with you. If I said I love you, if I love you, if I and forget to say each day that I love you.
Call in 915-5202 and tell them how good of a dance that was. That was great. That was great. Nice relaxing music, easygoing, rhythmic. You know, just like poetry, watching it there, and visual poetry.
One of the things I like to point out is one of the other differences between regular club dancing and Chicago Steppin is we all have one goal, and that one goal is Chicago Steppin. No matter how many styles you may see, our one goal is Chicago Steppin. And that being said, like this gentleman, Quentin, wonderful dancer. I saw him when he had just had, 2 classes? And just like Dwayne saw me on the first class that I had, I saw Melissa on her first class. And Chandra saw me.
I saw all of them on their first class.
So all of us, you know, and what happens is collectively we grow stronger as a community of steppers because we constantly nurture each other, support each other, encourage each other, and dance with each other. So just like Chandra said, people she grew up watching, she dances with now, and I've been dancing pretty much with the same people for about 4 years now. And that community is still growing, so I'm dancing with more and more people. But just like I'm encouraging people that have been dancing less than myself, I get a great deal of encouragement from people that have been dancing longer than myself. And it's just a wonderful thing.
Right, it is. And guys, believe me, and ladies, it takes a lot of stress off of you to actually participate, I think, in Chicago Steppin sets, because it's not about that dating thing like in the club, like you worrying about somebody trying to pick you up and you trying to pick somebody up. We are there for one common thing, like Jack said. We're there to dance, to step and have fun. So you don't have to worry about that added pressure or that added element of, I guess, the real club-type atmosphere. So, in saying that, I'm saying, so if you have a chance to go to the Tidewater area, definitely, if you look up Chandra's event on Facebook, and you have a chance to go out and experience that, I think it'll be a great experience. And once we get our thing going back here in Richmond again, we'll definitely try to put it out there as much as we can. And please definitely go to our also our Facebook page and see what we're doing on the I guess Google Calendar. Is that on Facebook? I don't know if that's on Facebook or not. No. If it's not, you can go to the web page and check out our calendar, and we'll try and put up events that we're having local there. That way you can keep up with it, and you can actually come out and experience it and then see what we're doing.
And events can either be just a weekly stepper set, or it can be a big major weekend. My group, VASEF, in March is giving a big Steppin weekend where it consists on dancing pretty much the whole weekend. They're casual sets, they're dressier balls, during the weekend, but during the day there are workshops. So we bring in steppers from Chicago and all over the country to come in and teach workshops on stepping, and then that evening we just all get it in dancing. So the weekend of March 13th through the 15th will be our annual intramural set. So if you want more information about that, you can check us out on Facebook, VASEF page on Facebook for that.
Yeah, definitely, guys. If you like to be around hundreds of beautiful women, go to that event. Believe me.
Definitely. And we always encourage people that are new to the dance. We encourage you to come out and see an event, whether it's a small event, large event. Some of our smaller sets consist of 5, 10, 12 people. Sometimes it's 15, 20. Sometimes it's more than that. The larger events, sometimes it's hundreds, sometimes it's thousands, depending on the event. But we strongly encourage you to come out and look at us, and look at how we interact with each other, listen to the music, enjoy socializing with us. And that alone usually draws people in, because there's a lot of misconception about dancing. You know, you mention dance to certain people, and they automatically have these images in their head of all this other stuff that we don't do. So I encourage you to come and look at us, because everything we do is appropriate, so that anyone dancing with my lady, my mother, or my daughter, I'm fine with, because everything we do in this dance is appropriate.
Okay, good points that you make there. You're talking about other stuff. What are you referring to?
As far as other dances, what do you mean? Other stuff?
You said that there's misconceptions when you mention dance. You know, some people, they say, well, that's, I don't want to do that, or that's. Yeah, what do you mean? So to elaborate,
we're not
we can educate
on
people.
each other. It's a very intimate dance, but everything we do is appropriate. We're not all up on each other. Some of the dances, like salsa, it's a beautiful dance, but there's a lot more physical touching way more than what we do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Basically, we're connected at the hands, and if there's any other connection, it's usually at the outer thigh. So pretty much nothing else.
Okay.
And to speak for a lady, you are in hold with your partner, but your partner is giving you that respect. There's going to be some room between me and him if he doesn't know me. He's going to pay me that respect of giving me some room in between that close hold. Now, if he's my guy, you get a little closer, but if he's not, then I'm going to get my respect.
Okay, callers, 915-5202. Call up and talking about Chicago Style Steppin. Ask this great panel about how you can get involved, any questions that you have, what you can do locally, or if you're going to be traveling around the state, where you can join some of the groups.
So I have a question for the panel. We've heard two great musical selections this evening. And so I guess I just want to know, how do you all select the type of music that will be played at your events?
Well, the beat range we dance to is usually between 85 and 95 beats per minute. A lot of people don't know what that means, but I'll just basically say a lot of the soul music we grew up with, and a lot of the R&B we grew up with, was kind of slow. You really couldn't dance fast to it. It's just kind of slow. And that's the music we basically dance to. Oftentimes, a lot of our DJs will mix a song. They'll either slow it down a little bit or add a heavier beat to it. But we don't dance to fast music, and that also separates us from a lot of the other swing dances. Swing out, hand dancing. They dance to a faster beat. And as we get older, as I get older, and have my long days, dancing to a slower beat, I'm having a lot more fun.
And you get some good exercise, as you mentioned before.
Most definitely.
Socializing, having fun with people.
Most definitely.
Good.
And if you're talking about the music, I have more of an appreciation for the music now that I am stepping, because I hear lots of music that I've never ever heard before. Steppers dance to a lot of B-sides to songs, and you're like, I never knew he sang that or she sang that, and it's just wonderful. And you don't necessarily have to just dance to old school R&B. We dance to rap music sometimes, but that beat is still in that a slower mid-tempo beat. We can dance to country and western as long as it's in that same beat. Some of us do, some of us don't, but you can dance to just about anything as long as you love that song. It has that Steppers beat in it. Do you?
We have a call.
We have a caller.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what Jack was pretty much alluding to, that beats per minute, anywhere between that 80 and 95. Unfortunately, there's a lot of music out there that's like that.
Hello?
Hey, caller, how you doing? Welcome to Mike's Variety Hour. We have Chicago Steppin here tonight. How you enjoying the show?
Oh, and John, when the next time y'all gonna have something here in Richmond?
Good question. We haven't planned anything within the near future. Meaning when I said near future, towards the end of this year. But hopefully, maybe by the spring, we're going to try to put together this event called Bowl to Step. So you guys who like to bowl, you can come out and check us out.
Where's that going to be located? In Richmond?
Well, that's actually not going to be in Richmond. We're going to be bowling in Hopewell, and we're going to be dancing in Petersburg. But if you log on to our Facebook page, it's Love Steppin, and log on to there, and we list all our events that are upcoming, not only with our group but with our sister groups. But we would love for you to log on, send a friend request, and we can dialogue and keep you plugged in. You're actually welcome to even call me at 804-539-1544, and I'll definitely get you the information that you're seeking, because we were doing something every other week here in Richmond. The venue that we were dancing at has closed, so we're looking for another venue. But
Yeah, 'cause I was trying to find something here in Richmond, because I think I would like to dance. And how much are the classes?
well, log on to Richmond Parks and Rec's website and type in Chicago Steppin, because we don't really talk about any pricing of anything on this show.
On the air, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give them a call, and you get all the information, and check them out. Call it.
And also, you say you gonna have something in the Tidewater. Will you have something in Virginia Beach?
Yes, it's not necessarily in Virginia Beach, but every second Friday at the Broadway, we have our steppers set from 7
And that's
to
in
10
Virginia
o'clock.
Beach?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that is free.
Oh, that sounds even better.
All right. Yeah, caller.
Have a good day now.
We appreciate you calling.
You too.
All right, thank you now.
Hey, we have about 5 minutes to go, and I think everybody's enjoyed the previous demonstrations. How about one more demonstration? And you can see some good dancing and the music, as they were talking about, that you will enjoy. Yeah, yep.
Oh.
Everybody. Yeah, go on.
the first and the last. What you been saying? Whoa, I don't have much money. I don't subscribe to the notion every woman has a price. I don't have much game. You can't see the rule. But if honesty's a quality, I'll make a fool out of you. Put it on my life, I'll make a fool out of you. Lady, I'd rather die than make a fool out of you. Not a perfect man, but baby, give me the chance. And my heart will be all yours. See, money can't buy you happiness, especially if it leaves regrets. A connection and affection.
Okay, you're watching Mike's Variety Hour. Our guests this evening have been Love Steppin, a local Richmond, Chicago Steppin group, and a guest from Tidewater, Steppin In The Tide. Did I get that right, Chandra? Okay, they're down from Tidewater. So I encourage you all to watch them. Go to their website, lovesteppin.org. Is that correct? They're also on Facebook. And you can check out more Chicago Steppin on YouTube. And you probably see them in some of the events they have on there. So again, Chicago style stepping. It's a romantic dance. There's a lot of respect between men and women. You can get a lot of exercise, come out and have good, clean fun. Hey, meet some new people. Have a good time, get your dance on. So remember to go to their websites and remember to tune in to Mike's Variety Show next Wednesday at 7:30. And I want to thank our guests this evening. It's been a great show. Enjoyed it.